All right, let's just get right into it. We all see these incredible athletes, right? The ones at the very top of their game. But have you ever really stopped and wondered, what is it that truly separates them from everybody else? And I'll tell you, it's a question that goes way, way beyond just physical strength. We're going to unpack the psychology of what makes someone truly gifted. I want you to think about every single person who trains, who grinds it out day after day. Out of all of them, there's this tiny little fraction, we're talking just 2%, who are playing a completely different game. They have this specific way of thinking, this mindset that just unlocks a level of success most people can only dream about. So what is it then? What's the secret sauce that makes this little group of people so different? You know, you might think it's just better genetics, or maybe they have some secret training program nobody else knows about. But the real answer, it's much, much closer. And honestly, a lot more complex than that. Yeah, the real difference maker. The thing that is the true source of their elite performance, it's not in their muscles at all. It's all in their head. It's all about their mental operating system, how they see the world, and the way they approach every single challenge that comes their way. Okay, so let's start putting the pieces of this puzzle together. The very first clue to understanding this entire mindset is something we're going to call multidimensional thinking. What on earth does that actually mean? Well, multidimensional thinking is this ability to see way beyond just a task right in front of you. It's about knowing deep down that everything is connected, that your performance isn't just one thing, but this huge, tangled web of variables that all affect each other. And here's how that operating system really works. To them, nutrition isn't just food, it's fuel, and it's calibrated with precision. Their body isn't just a body, it's a machine that they understand through the lens of anatomy. And a lift, it's not just moving weight from A to B. Oh no, it's a physics problem. It's all about levers and force and motion. They connect these dots in a way that, frankly, most people just don't. So that's clue number one. Now for the second clue. And this one's a really powerful and often really difficult internal force. We're talking about the perfectionism paradox. You know, for anyone who's really at the top of their field, perfectionism is like a constant shadow. It is a classic double-edged sword. On one side, it's the engine that just drives them forward relentlessly. But on the other side, it's the source of this never-ending internal battle. And you can see this conflict playing out in two key ways. On one side, you've got the engine. It's what drives that obsessive, meticulous attention to detail. It's what pushes them way beyond what anyone would consider normal limits. But then, there's the other side. There's the battle. That feeling of never ever being truly satisfied, the constant inner critic, and just the immense crushing pressure that comes with it all. This tension, this is a hallmark of that elite mindset. Okay. So we've got our clues, multidimensional thinking and this paradox of perfectionism. So now it's time for the reveal. What does it all mean? Well, it usually boils down to this one very specific and often very isolating experience. This quote, this really hits the nail on the head. Because when you operate on this level, when your mind is wired up in this unique way, it can be a pretty lonely journey. The way you see the world, the insane standards you hold for yourself, they just aren't shared by most of the people around you. So look, if any of this is starting to sound familiar, if you've ever felt like your friends who don't lift just don't get why you're so obsessed with every little detail, this is why. This exact way of thinking is what sets you apart. It is literally the reason you can feel so misunderstood sometimes. And here is the most crucial takeaway of all. That feeling of being isolated, of being different, it is not a flaw in your character. It's not something you need to fix. In fact, it's the very evidence of your gift. It's the sign that your brain is wired like that top 2%. And what might feel like a burden is actually the source of your greatest power. So the real question isn't whether you have this mindset. I mean, if you've been nodding along this whole time, you do. The real question is, what are you going to do about it? The first step to mastering it is to just stop fighting it. Acknowledge it. That perfectionism, that obsessive need to connect all the dots, they aren't bugs in your system. They're features. Your challenge now is to consciously direct that incredible focus. So how are you going to start treating this gift not as a source of isolation, but as your single greatest strategic advantage?